for race weekends that you remember for a last lap pass, for a championship clinched, for a wreck that nobody walked away from clean. But then there are weekends where the racing almost doesn't matter, where something so raw, so human, happens on that infield that it reaches right through your screen and grabs you by the chest. This past Sunday at Charlotte Motor Speedway was one of those weekends. Kyle Busch, two-time Cup Series champion, the all-time winningest driver in NASCAR's 3 National Series, was gone, just like that, 3 days before the Coca-Cola 600, one of the most iconic races in the sport. The man who gave us more moments, more drama, more pure racing than almost anyone who ever strapped into a stock car was no longer with us. And what happened before that green flag dropped, I need you to stick with me on this one, because what I'm about to tell you didn't just go viral, it stopped people. And hey, real quick, if you are a true NASCAR fan like me, go ahead and drop a like and subscribe to the channel. NASCAR Nation News is just getting started. We are pushing for our next subscriber milestone, and it's all about real talk from fans who live the sport every week. All right, let's get into it. So here's how Sunday night unfolded at Charlotte. NASCAR didn't hold back. They went all in to honor Kyle Busch before the 600. And I mean all in. His Cup Series counterparts, every driver on that grid lined up and filed in behind Kyle's family, his brother Kurt, his wife Samantha, and his son Brexton, who was just a kid. Just a little boy who doesn't fully understand yet why daddy isn't coming home. Now just picture that for a second. You've got the entire NASCAR Cup field standing behind this family. That is the sport saying, we've got you. We're not going to let you stand alone in this. But here's the moment that nobody was ready for. Kurt Busch, Kyle's big brother, a champion in his own right, a man who has seen everything this sport has to offer, walked out onto that infield grass before the race, and he laid 8 white roses on the number 8 emblem painted there, one by one, for his little brother. I'll be honest with you, I don't know how Kurt held it together. I don't know how anyone in that building held it together, because that image of a big brother saying goodbye in front of 180,000 people, there are no words. And then something happened that I don't think anyone scripted, something that nobody planned. Kyle Larson's son, Owen, was there with his family. And if you know NASCAR, you know these families are tight. Larson and Busch, their kids grew up running around the same garage. Brexton and Owen are friends, real friends. Here's what happened. Owen pulled away from his mother and his sister. He walked over to where Brexton was standing, alone, while his mom was hugging a family friend. And Owen just wrapped his arms around Brexton. He just held his friend. No adult told him to do that. No one coached him. That little boy just saw his buddy hurting and he walked over and he held on. Now, I'm just going to say it straight. That moment right there is everything that is right about this sport. People talk about NASCAR being a family, and half the time it's just marketing language. But that right there, that's what it actually means. An 8-year-old kid showing more emotional intelligence and more heart than most adults ever will. The moment went viral instantly. People who've never watched a lap of NASCAR in their lives were sharing it, praising Owen, praising his parents, praising the whole Larson family for raising a kid like that. And it didn't stop there. On lap 8 of the race, you already know, every single fan in that grandstand held up 8 fingers. 180,000 people. 8 fingers for Kyle Busch's number, for the man who drove that car with more fire and passion and controversy and brilliance than this sport had seen in a long time. Here's the thing, Kyle Busch was not always the most popular driver in this garage. He was polarizing. He was loud. He was the guy some fans loved to hate. But every single person at Charlotte on Sunday knew exactly what the sport had lost, because you can hate the villain, but when the villain is gone, the story just isn't the same. And Kyle Busch was the best kind of villain, the kind who was also undeniably, irrefutably great. 2 Cup championships, the all-time wins leader across NASCAR's National Series, a man who competed at the highest level every single week without apology. Richard Childress Racing retired the number 8 immediately after his passing. Immediately. No debate, no committee. That tells you everything you need to know about what that number meant. And what NASCAR did on Sunday, the The tribute, the family procession, Kurt's roses, Owen's hug, those 8 fingers on lap 8, that was the sport at its absolute best. Not the racing, not the strategy, not the playoffs. Just a community that genuinely loved one of its own showing up for his family. So here's what I want to know from you, and I mean this sincerely. I want to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Kyle Busch's legacy is going to be debated for years. The wins, the championships, the moments, but also the personality, the way he carried himself, the love him or hate him energy he brought to every single race weekend. So I'm asking you directly, when the history books are written, where does Kyle Busch rank among the all-time greats of this sport? Top 5? Top 3? The greatest of his generation? Drop your ranking in the comments. I want to see the debate. I want to see NASCAR Nation weigh in on this one because there is no easy answer. And that's exactly what made Kyle Busch so special. If this video meant something to you, hit that like button. It takes 2 seconds and it means everything to a channel like ours. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you doing? Hit subscribe, turn on the bell, and join NASCAR Nation News. We're going to keep bringing you the real talk, the real emotion, and the real stories from the sport we love. Rest easy, Kyle. The sport will never be the same without you. NASCAR Nation News.